checking. We convinced a bunch of people, and then we moved into the new city. That was all last session, right? Let's see here. Uh, Elros. He didn't do much convincing, I think, in the city. But when he got to the in the town, but when he got to the city, he joined the Mages Guild or Mages School for learning with his help with his where his mentor Cam is going. Um, Kyle Leal, yeah, he didn't help persuade, I don't think, but he went and joined the experimental. I can't remember what it was called. The weird, um, the what applied geo. Oh no, the one where they yes, the applied thermatology guild. Glup, on the other hand, would helped break into the herbalist's house where a few coins went missing. One where they found out more information to help convince her help her get into the to go to the city, and he joined the thieves guild. That's everyone.
I mean, we're just packing up, right? To head off to Salibrae. Is that the overall thing? Yeah. I mean, so yeah. I mean, all my characters are going to work to pack stuff up. So Mari will go pack stuff up at the, at the herbalists. Reggie will work around the whatever it is, the house, the orphanage, and then Sherry will go help pack up stuff at the fisherman's. Oh yes, I mean last session Mary tried to convince the herbalist to leave. Um, right, that was her main thing. Sherry went and talked to the fisherman's group, and then Reggie was just kind of just generally being around scaring people with the terror of coming of the coming storm and trying to convince townspeople that if they want to stay here and fight, then they're extremely brave idiots. Yep.
All right. So Francis attempted multiple times to console Mangra, who was really upset about the moon falling. She kind of thought that was her fault, and that I think also like she was upset because her song wasn't going to make it to her mom. Possibly, maybe I remember that correctly. But yeah, so Francis multiple times was trying to console her and calm her down, but wasn't super successful, but definitely tried. Then eventually, once we made it to what was our destination? Yes, Salibrae. So once we made it to Salibrae, Francis decided to join the Mages Guild. Zara helped convince the Smithy to join us on our journey to Salibrae rather than staying back. The tactic she used was trying to convince her that she had seen this dark future for the herbalist. So very manipulative of Zara. And when we made it to Celebre, she also joined the Mages Guild. Henri was he was like ready to help, but he kind of stood back a bit, and there really wasn't an opportunity for him to jump in and help. So he really didn't do much. And then when we made it to Celebre, he joined the Thieves Guild. And XP wise, I think I'm going to give 2 to Francis and 1 to Zara, just because Francis was trying, really persistent in his attempts to console Mangra, even though he failed. So
Test, just to make sure I'm working. Okay. Let's see. So, pre-leaving, Mina had talked to the miller about being her mentor, and that alleviated some things. And Chris Lazar helped by doing labor to pack up the dairy farm to help them bring everything together and get them out of town, to convince them to leave. And then when we got to town, Chris Lazar passed the academy test and joined, but also joined the Crimson Guard, which everyone was weird about. We'll see why someday, I'm sure. And then Kofric joined the Guild of Applied Thaumaturgy, and Mina joined the Fishing Guild.
Well, Araxi mostly was first immediately disappointed, now quite excited that um, her mentor Lorpa was going to come to Salibrae with them, and as a result has joined the Fishing Guild's internship program. While Nest went and first and did successfully. Sorry, it's going to happen. The internet is terrible tonight. Nest um, tried to and succeeded at calming Magra down before going to convince the dairy farmer family to come to Salibrae. And then, having successfully done so in Salibrae, discovered that not only do they have future sight, but they have inherent arcane ability, and is now enrolled in the magic school. Um, and Walpy went and convinced the blacksmith for her to come to Salibrae, with the help of some mischievous halflings. And um, when Walpy got to Salibrae, they didn't really like any of the options presented, but the Applied Thaumaturgy Guild has the most opportunity for chaos. And so Walpy will be set loose there.
Yeah, first day of school sounds fun.
Agreed. That sounds fun. Especially since it's a limited time offer, so it feels like we should do it.
I'm once again underwhelmed by the first day of school option, but
But it will be a magical one.
my vote is to go check in on the refugees. I think the sooner we do that, the more good that could come from that.
Hello.
Hello.
Not yet. I just got in.
Yeah, but I forgot. It was the smithy that I stole the 2 coins from, not the not the herbalist. I forgot my amazing ice cream I made, that meat flavored ice cream for the Knolls or the Coles.
Okay, I can remember what Leica and Trumpy did, but I can't remember what I did with Bax.
Bax helped Mangrove.
Oh, okay, cool. Like encouragement, Mangry encouragement session. Okay, cool. Yes, I believe Trumpy helped investigate the blacksmith to give her a compelling reason to evacuate the city. We dug up some dirt. I had Glup break into her place, and I was the one that investigated to find the deets, the hot goss, if I'm not mistaken. And Leica was convincing the the family that the dairy farmers to evacuate as well, and that's what I did. So grant one character 1 character point, or 3 across. I see. Cool. Is it our first day of school? Oh my god, I want to do that, but let's see what else is on the table. Oh, easily that makes the most sense character wise for all my characters. Well, I'm with that.
Mari's super excited to go to school. Reggie knows his way around the city, so he's excited to get out and go messing about.
Yeah, so we currently have 3 for school, 2 for going to go to the refugees, and then there's just Kite.
Sorry, I was still setting up audio. I'm good with the school option. Hard to deny a limited opportunity.
Yeah. Just me. There's a part of me that wants that too, but I think that's what. Whose input are we waiting for? Are we waiting for anyone else's input before we decide?
Yeah, because currently Vivian and Jackie said for the seeing the residents, and the other and 4 for the school.
I think that is school then. In terms of if we're doing a straight one person, one vote democracy, that's how this would work. I don't believe Dave can DM 2 separate adventures. I don't think that could happen in an evening easily. So, I mean, you could try, but that'd be difficult. Like, I know you can do it. I know you can. You're very talented. You can do multiple timelines. I get it. You move backwards and forward in time. I get it, but not tonight. They don't make Sobe anymore, Dave. So they don't make that shit anymore. So it's different times. I fucking forgot where I put everyone. I know Leica's at the magic school, so for sure that, but Trumpy's the one I can't remember. Bax is with the academy for the red card.
We're going to school. Yep, that's Mari, and it is indeed mischief.
Yes.
That is correct. Francis and Zara.
Yep.
Crystals are.
Oh, remember they wanted to do both, and it was allowed.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's
You did this, Dave. You did this.
yeah, you let this happen. I feel like today's going to be easy, and then the next time is going to be complicated.
You're double majoring.
Yeah, double majoring hardcore. How does that even work? Are we enrolled in courses like you would be in college? Like you have set courses that are on certain days, that kind of thing, or? Mm-hmm. The 101s. We're doing 101, yeah. Nice.
I think I need one of those like time timer. Is that what it was called?
No. Yes, it is. I know what that. Yes, it is what that's called. You're correct.
I've been trying to figure that out right now. Um, are the options just either go to school, stay at the orphanage, or
It's an apprenticeship, not a intern. Yeah. I guess it depends on the trade how you'd consider that. Internships always make me think of paperwork, getting copies.
right, right. Uh, I think I'm just going to have because they both have um, experience to spend. I think I'm going to have them both go to school at their respective um, guilds.
I guess school. I don't see a yeah. I don't see a reason for them to do anything else.
What was the other options besides school? Got it. Cool. And then what's the benefit of going to school? Very cool. Like spending points on the aptitude training.
Earning points to spend.
Cool. No, it's all good. Cool. Henri will go to school. It was fun.
It's okay. We're playing more games right now. I forgot what faction I chose to do work for because I was trying to pursue non-magical or esoteric scholarly pursuits was my what I wanted to do with this character. So rights and properties? Rights and properties?
You're listed as applied thaumaturgy.
Okay. Okay, so that's more of like an engineering magic-y kind of deal. Okay, cool, yeah. So them, yeah.
I don't know what's classified as, but they're both going to their respective guilds to do stuff. Chores or school? I don't know what the.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, school then, but still the same. There we go. There we go.
Both of them are going to school.
What's the academy for the guards? Yeah, yeah.
But-
Is the academy called just Crimson Guard Academy, or does it have a name, a sexy name?
It's technically the Crimson Academy, but yeah, that's fine because
Quick
Really?
question.
they don't only train the guard there; they have other things now.
Quick question. Is there like a difference in terms of spending experience between doing chores or doing um school?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. As a friendly from reminder for like it's been a while since we've done character points. You may, if you want a role to be successful and you really want it to be successful, you can burn a character point instead.
You have to have advantage or disadvantage to do that, and you also have to. It also has to be like approved by the table. So, also you can't use it if you're trying to succeed at a roll against another player, unless the other player doesn't veto it. It's
We should all say no. Maybe they'll give us some. uh,
Yeah. I have three. I have three valuable coins.
all of my characters have at least 3 pocket money.
Does Cam being my mentor help at all?
The immediate thought I have is, do we have anybody here who's good at stealing shit?
Did we all get a renown at the end of session? Last time? Okay, that's where I'm. Okay. Do I need to put it in issued? Or, sorry, burned? Where do I need to put it so I don't fuck up this math? I figured it out. Sorry. So, door rolls in session chat, right? Okay, that's
When we roll resources, is that just however many dice we have?
and I can use money. I can use pocket money for pips. Would using one pocket money grant me an extra success? Cool. Oh, I can just use one more pocket money to bring it up to a six. Oh, fantastic.
Ooh, you go. That's a nice resource.
So it's kind of spend as much as we want to spend.
I will spend 2 pocket money to make it 2 successes.
Okay, and it was successes dice. And was it or it was pips dice, and is it successes for precious gems?
Does that add on dice, or like if I only have one die, I use precious gem. Does that roll successes? That give me 2 successes, or
Like if so, like you have a resources of 1, but so you can't roll higher than 1 success. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes.
all right.
Yeah, so if you spend 2 gems and you have 1 resource, you roll the resource, but then you get 2 gems. You get 2 successes.
All right, I'm going to spend 3 gems to my 3 gems to get the 4 success.
Okay. Okay. I have a bizarre question. What would the process be, and how much money would it cost to get my ear pierced? Because I have an earring. That's what I'm deciding for Leica. And they're in the market, they're out here in the market, in town. This is where it could happen if I wanted it to happen. Holy shit!
So I think I heard valuable coins equals dice, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So that's why that was so high. I just spent a shitload of
You've got the
Good.
most baller ass book. Hell
money. Well,
yeah.
I also want to throw some. I want to throw some pocket money to add a couple more successes there. So I have 7 pocket money. How much is a success? 6.
Baller.
You need to spend 4 pocket money to turn one of those dice into a success. You do not have enough money to turn the next dice into a success.
So I just have enough to 1. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so
you
I'll
could-
just spend 4 pocket.
So you got 5 successes. Yeah, that is a baller ass book.
Also, can I have Nest go up to whoever this vendor is and just say, "Hey, look, we're orphans. You know, we we're kind of poor. We we've recently been allowed into the magic school, but if you could cut us a deal, that'd be great." Oh, that's not going to be very
Yeah,
good for Nest.
I'll cut the chase. Even if you roll or not, what you're gonna find out is this person doesn't give a shit. That's what you're gonna
I know.
find out.
I believe in you.
It's 2 successes.
Hell yeah! Hey, nice.
All right.
Woohoo!
Shit.
It's a Q3 book, baby.
Q4 book.
Q5.
Maybe got it. Different names.
And obviously it goes without saying, but when you use valuable, you no longer have the thing that you used valuable for. Does that make sense? You can't repair the coin and then use it again. I guess maybe there could be a crime talent that would let you spend a coin twice. That would be really cool. Yeah.
Just want to understand, you mentioned adding a success. So would that just mean only if you had a dice that failed, you could flip it to a success? It wouldn't just add an extra.
No. +1 success means you take however many successes you have and you add 1 to that.
Oh, sweet. So even if like for Zara, she rolled 1 die, she technically could get 2 successes.
I mean, it's item based, right? So if you have a precious necklace with quality 3, then you can use that to add 3 successes. You couldn't use it to add 1 success by like breaking off a piece and handing it over, but you could basically trade the necklace for 3 successes. Yep.
Wonderful. That makes. Yeah, I burned the coins to get the maximum number of successes. Yeah, for Zara, she only had 1, but it was a fail. But then I burned 4 coins to make it a success, plus the other
Pocket money,
one.
I mean
So
pocket money. Pocket money.
sorry, it was pocket money that I burned. I don't know what I don't know what I said, but 4 pocket. But yeah, so I think Zara has a Q2 book and Francis has a Q6.
And there's
Yes.
the +1 from Cam's bribe, right?
Thanks for that. I totally forgot.
And it's a +1 die. Oh, Okay, so I will spend 3 pocket money to bring that up to a success, and then I will trade in my magic pendant, quote unquote, for 3 more successes. So that gives me a total of 5 successes. With his good guy cam bonus, and Mari is going to use that to buy a magic flute. We'll put magic in large quotation marks.
And he's not going to explain it anyway?
It's Q5 flutes. I mean, it's pretty good.
Now I'm just wishing Walpy was here to that. Well, Nest is going to choose shield, I think. And note this down under notes or under property.
So I can have a rank one, a one rank one spell, a 2 rank spell, which is like 3 points total, and so on and so forth. Like each rank spell costs 1 point, equal to its level. Well, half a page.
It was called esoteric.
Nope. I do not yet have the experience points to get that talent currently. I have 3 points available currently. Yeah, I have 3 available points right now, so I could spend those right now, I guess, and earn the. No, I have 3 experience points. Not quite enough. I'm wondering if I can apply the whole like I spend some now, eventually I earn it kind of a thing, and just pay as I go, or do you want me to just bank 9 points and then pay for it all at once? I see. I see. Okay, so I can just record the spell, but I can't earn the talent yet. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I could theoretically write. I assume these are all rank 1 spells. Correct?
It depends.
Okay. I see. Okay, I will choose a spell. So we've got light, blink, and protect. Sorry, shield. What? How does that manifest? Okay, quick question. How do the other 2 manifest? How does light manifest and how does blink manifest? What does that look like? What color is the light? Okay. And blink is just I just move from one place to another quickly. Mhm.
Actually going to change the one that takes it back.
Yep.
I didn't realize that I could go through things.
Yeah, blink is very good. I'm gonna have to take that.
Yeah.
shit's super weird for me because like blink is not possible and shield is much more complicated. Light's good though. Light's a good rank 1 spell for Sundance.
I was wondering, what's the potential to be able to spend the 3 experience points to get the first potential? So I haven't actually gotten it yet. I do have the experience points for it.
That means you can cast it. First, for us that don't have such a wealth of points to spend, is the theory. Later will come praxis.
Yeah, I'm just saying because I'm currently at potential 0.
Wait a second. I have psychic potential. I spent some shit on that.
I'm saying I currently have the experience points to be able to purchase it. I just don't know what if I have to do it during the school day or if I have to wait for another day.
It's just like a talent. You can just purchase it right at the top of your session, right? At the top of the session, or right now-ish. Right now.
Potentials are just a skill, basically. They're like a skill.
Okay.
And purchasing this talent doesn't give us potential with it, right?
Is that changed? Because
So you purchase it and you still have 0, or you have 1. Yep. I see.
What is the requirement on the esoteric potential? Is it 1 esoteric potential? Okay, yes. So you need to have 1 in the potential before you can purchase the talent. It's a prereq.
I thought we were skipping that for this. Because you said to just purchase it if we had the experience points to purchase it.
Well, I have a question regarding that because I have some spots in my lineages for Leica specifically. I have the Tangle, which is a magic based lineage, and then I have psychic potential from my human lineage. So I have magic-y stuff already happening there, and I'm not sure what other things I need to have in order to make sure that I'm doing what I gotta do. Yep. Okay.
And those just give you the potential. They are your catalyst, basically. So you don't. It's basic potentials are basically just an extra skill on in your list. Then the only thing special about them is they cost a little bit more to raise up, and they go to 10.
Oh yeah, am I being moot by taking Prodigy Arcane since I'm a half elf with Tangle? So I already have it. I see. I whoopsed.
I mean,
So
yeah.
because I have that lineage, now I still need the 9 points to bank to purchase the esoteric education, correct?
Well, esoteric education doesn't let you cast spells, right? So
God damn it! I'm so confused.
No. It's just like a skill, right? So you have a skill in crime, right? And your crime skill, you could roll to do crime stuff. If you have an esoteric potential, like an arcane potential,
How do I get the potential?
You have it.
You have it.
Okay, so it's just not on my list anywhere. I failed to include that anywhere. On
Right.
my potential
Yeah,
list.
you need to add 1 potential under whatever your magic is.
And in this case, the Tangle would be arcane potential.
Correct.
Yes. So you have 1 arcane because you have the Tangle.
So potentials are just like regular skills, except not everybody has them. Regular skills, everybody has the same set. But potentials are special skills that only you have because of some special thing, which in our cases is mostly prodigies and lineage things. If you do have prodigy and also have the tangle, you can get a second potential. That can also be an arcane potential, or it could be something like fire or something. It doesn't really matter, something arcane. Or psychic, like Jackie. Jackie has two potentials. But then, just like any other skill, those potentials have they have talents. One of those talents that Dave is talking about is the talent that lets you learn spells in a spell book. You don't need that talent to use your potential. You can manifest stuff directly with your potential as you need. It's wild magic, and it's very expensive and difficult, but it's possible. Right. And the catalyst or the lineage gets you the potential. It doesn't give you any skill points in that potential, just like everybody has the crime skill, but it starts at 0. So you still have to rank up the skill before you can buy talents that require stuff.
So I have arcane potential, psychic potential, both at 0. Okay. Oh, perfect. I'm on track then. My sheet is in order. Excellent.
And so we still need to then get the prereqs to buy that talent still. That's the thing. So I have to get my scholarship to 3 as well as my potential, and then I could get the talent. So that's a long-term project rather than something we could buy right now. Because
Unless we get, character points or renown or anything like that.
the thing that confused me is you telling us that we could purchase this talent now, because to me that sounded like you could skip the prerequisites to purchase it now because special story thing.
Yeah, yeah. The thing I was more asking is, can I spend the 3 experience now to get potential 1? Because I didn't. Okay.
Quick question. Potential, we can add whichever potentials we end up taking to that list. So in this scenario, Blink would be the name of the potential if you were to be taking Blink. Oh, okay.
Blink goes into your book.
Got it. Oh, sweet. Got it. Got it. So it's either
It's more
or.
efficient this way, basically.
This is just scholastic magic, right? That's what we've renamed it to.
It doesn't really matter. So the scholastic, liturgic, whatever, that's really a matter. So everybody can learn any of those types of things, right? So at the moment, everyone is an ascetic. That's the default, right? So you have a potential. You can roll that potential to try and manifest effects, but it's very expensive to do so. If you want to make it cheaper to do so, you can buy talents that make it cheaper to do so. One of the talents that you can buy to make it cheaper to do so is you can purchase scholastic. the scholastic talents around learning magic from a book and casting it from a book.
So another question. I know you said we could buy. Can we just spend like experience freely for this because this is technically us at school? Or okay, so I could like spend on my scholarship as well because that's a thing I can learn here. All right, I had enough experience to get all the prereqs, so okay, cool.
Leica was a free child, and so they are not a scholarly person, but they're going to do their best. And I will slowly but surely earn the points I need to gain a scholarship, and then eventually esoteric scholarship, and then I will be on my way to casting this shit.
Yeah, and you can cast shit without the scholarship. Scholarship
I
just
have an
lets you learn
arcane- Yeah, I have an arcane potential one. I can do woo 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 shit.
You can roll your 1, and if
Roll my
you if you have advantage, you can roll your 1 plus a skill and an aptitude. So if you have advantage, you can roll your vigor plus crime plus arcane and it can do something special. You can narrate something a little bit magical about it.
Are there glamour focuses in this type of school? Like you say, like a
Yeah.
focus on a particular area of study. Excellent. Hell yeah.
So, if I understand correctly, we basically can take the talent esoteric education if you have the points and the prerequisite of a level 3 in scholarship. And then you can start using your spells from your spell book. Wonderful. And they work like talents. You don't have to actually roll. You're just like, boom, I'm using spell. Sweet, that makes sense.
Cool. What's the most number of renown someone should have?
Everybody's got 2, I think.
Okay, I don't know how the fuck this happened.
0. You should always have 0.
We should always have 0 available, but everybody should have earned 2 and spent 2.
Yep.
I haven't done that with Bax. Or Trumpy.
But renown has to be spent immediately.
I failed to do that last session at the end.
Yeah, you might have more XP than you thought.
Not for Leica, but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had the opportunity to actually spend them. We've been doing some like other stuff the past couple sessions, and I was intending on spending the points. But now he turns out has plenty of points to spend on becoming a mage.
Oh,
Oh,
she's not
thank
under
you.
properties?
Oh yeah, I assumed it was properties, but I guess that wouldn't make sense.
Also, if you really want to be fancy, you can double click on the notes on what's it called, the notes, and change it to spells.
What could be a proper?
So it can't just be like a. Ah.
Would that potential just be called arcane?
If we go down, I'm probably not going to do this, but I'm more doing it for talking with everybody. If we went down the road of improvisation, the books would essentially be useless for that, or would we be able to use them like to affect what we've, if it's relatable?
You can do both because like what lets you cast is just your potential skill, and if you have multiple potential skills, you can pick which one you want to use, right? So if you have a potential in fire and a potential in arcane, you can use either of them to manifest fire. It depends on where you want to spend your points and which one you're better at. What lets you, if you want to just make something up, that's expensive, right? That's the aesthetic part, right?
Mhm.
So if you want to make that cheaper, there are talents under the esoteric potentials that will let you make that cheaper. If you want to record some of that stuff in a spell book so that you can teach it or memorize it, there are talents that let you do that, and that lets you do it cheaper. If you want to take those spells and learn them as talents, you can do that. And then there are talents in your potential that can make those cheaper or more reliable or faster and various other things, right? So the talents are just improving your native casting ability. Does that make sense? It's just like any other talent. So basically, if you have a fire potential, you can use that to manifest fire. It's just kind of what it does.
Got it. Everything kind of feeds into everything. So you can take improvisation, but you could end up feeding that into spell books. Blah blah blah. It wouldn't go the other way.
Right. So
But
some of the
the
more
levels.
powerful. Yeah, some of the more powerful, like duelist mages, have both significant amounts of investment in the improvisation line, as well as significant amount of investment in the scholastic kind of memorized spell line. It's useful to be able to improvise if you absolutely have to, right? But it's also useful to be able to rapidly and cheaply cast like your basic sets of prepared spells.
Yeah, you could also like improvise a spell and then later on write it down in a book, right?
Yeah, in theory. I mean, it's like recording spells is like it's part of the scholastic line, right? So
Yeah, you would need something in that. But I mean, for anybody that wants to play it's expensive. But if you want to play a pure not a wild mage, because that's the wrong term here, but someone who has no idea what they're going to cast at any given moment.
Improvisational mage.
right.
Purely improv mage.
Yeah, the only weird thing here is that so like then there's three of them. If you look at the esoteric potentials, right? Let me send the link. Right. Right, and those all require one potential. The only weird thing here is that you're really not going to find a lot of people to train you. If we're doing like a training thing, this is a scholastic school, so they're moving you down the esoteric education line.
Yeah, if you're gonna try to find like the dude of improvisational magic who's just out there abiding, like it's gonna be a hard time for you trying to find this person.
Yeah, so there are I mean, you can kind of learn any of those things, but it's focused on the scholarship. That's the core of the curriculum here. Additionally, it's focused on arcane. So if you want to learn psychic, if you want to learn divine magic or you're shit out of luck here, basically. If you want to learn psychic, you're also you're kind of on your own in the West in general, right? So
Can we make an argument that faith and culture and tapping into that is access to psychic network shit? Or
I mean, you can learn. I mean, you can have an affinity for psychic magic, and you can develop that affinity. But if you want to go to there are no schools for psychic magic in the
I
West.
see. So you just have to do it DIY that shit.
Right, and if you find a faith and bard, you can they can help you learn their style,
Yeah,
and their
that's
particular bits. But potentially, there really aren't a lot of psychics in the West. There's no formalized psychic.
I just know that any faith in bard is psychic, and so that is an access point for
Yes,
this to train. And that's exactly the type of magic that's interesting to this character as well. So, I mean, they're heroes harving, so it's easy way in.
Yeah, that was from last time where we added a lineage and it was going to be toward something, but I already had it, and then I ended up not needing that, I guess, because of the tingle. So now I'm even more lost. But I might need to just recover that through figuring some crap out.
Yeah. I have a question just generally about the lore of this game. Are there mages that specifically go into intelligence? spycraft, these people can resist interrogation. Repeat something enough, it becomes a habit. Creates a pathway. I don't know why bringing back the dead is a hateful act. Don't you think it's really rather a loving one? Like, I couldn't live without you, buddy. Come on back. Interesting. Mhm.
Yeah, necromancy is about disgust, basically. But all of the elven you're learning dragon magic, which is elven magic, which means cantrip is how you learn the magic, and all of the schools of elven magic that are taught in outside of Philonaestheia has its own thing. Focus around negative emotions because they're extremely easy to manifest. Positive emotions there are positive emotion schools, but they are not taught outside of Philonaestheia.
So I guess there's people that have some come to their happiness in mages.
Probably not anywhere here. Nowhere around here.
You wouldn't know it to see them because all of the people who cast the positive emotion magics are xenophobic, bigot racists. So it's it's
That's not cool, man. We gotta change that. We gotta change that in the lore somehow.
So
We gotta figure that out.
So the people that could potentially become the happiest people are like the worst people.
They're very happy if you're an elf.
I mean, it sounds like they have their own negative emotion thing, like revulsion for anything that isn't them. So, I'd call that a pretty negative vibe.
Yeah, that's why I like it. That when that one character during the moon heist became the diplomat.
So is everyone's stuff in order here?
It's Delterra again.
Are the teachers aware of you casting spells on them?
Where's the subbing
Well,
coming from?
I mean, Ness just instinctively walks towards the sobbing.
Yeah, like where's it coming from? Where are we going? Is the locker blocked in some way? Like, is it latched or something? I open it with my hand. I look at Nest and I look at the goblin.
Ness looks at you and looks at the goblin.
We're new here, but we heard you crying. Are you okay? Yeah, I kind of figured because of the
Yeah, it
crying
was
inside of a locker thing.
okay. People don't usually do that. What's wrong?
Are they like covered in perfume? What's good at getting perfume out? Trompy would probably know, but not Leica.
A bath?
I need something stinky. You like stinky? You like trash? Do you like it? Are you a big fan of trash? What are you into?
Wait.
You're a connoisseur of trash.
Probably could find an alchemist or something that might be able to get an odor neutralizer.
Okay, what are perfumes usually made of in this time period slash place? Yeah, but what's the ingredient that's holding all the smells in it? That's disgusting.
Nest elbows you in the ribs.
So vomit.
Um,
What's vomit made out of?
Do you want us to go get whale vomit for you?
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. We need something that breaks it down.
Oh,
What about like something sour, like vinegar or something?
uh, while everyone's talking, I'm gonna go try to find a teacher to try to help.
all right.
Do have a mentor in here, so that sure, yeah. Since that's one of the main people I actually know here.
Also, who are your bullies? Who did this?
You have it with like a really sweet, sweet little anime girl smile, but it's just like the fire is happening behind you. What's your name, buddy? Pavin? Pavin the Goblin. Leica. It's a pleasure to meet you. We're gonna try and get your flower situation sorted out. Indeed. Here, here. Leica's trying to sound really grown up.
Nest's like slowly brooding, like despicable indeed.
If anyone did a perception check on Leica, they'd realize like Leica's trying to act chill, but is sending secret signals to Ness. Hey, we're gonna go fuck some shit up later.
Is he a professor or a teacher or something, or is he just a professor? I need some help. Our group found one of our fellow students who was got a little goblin who was bathed in some kind of, they say, terrible perfume, and we're trying to help him get declustered from it. Apparently, they were bullied.
That won't be enough. It's got whale barf in it.
So you said vinegar would work.
No, I was wondering if it would. I was wondering if it would break down the binding agent that's holding all the scent on there. Hands! Or the cleaning place, wherever it's a cleaning agent, it's a cooking ingredient. Whatever is good.
Yes. I don't know how this is laid out. Is there like a kitchen or a cleaning closet?
Or janitor, yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. We'll go do that.
Meanwhile, if I could just have on the way, I want Nest asking for specific descriptions of each of the bullies in the posse.
They're just cruel. I mean, let's say because idiots, they have stupid ideas. They have ideas that are unenlightened. Let's say, so it's not necessarily that they lack intellectual capacity. They lack empathetic intelligence. They are stupid, after a fashion. Because they're assholes. Oh, the thought of the consequences that they could use this individual for their amusement, which is a real dick move. Yeah.
I mean, the consequence of this action is that Nest wants to organize a posse and go beat them up.
Well, we have a teacher right here. We can report.
Nest doesn't say that out loud.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, keep that. We keep that street justice
That's
to
stuff for the
ourselves. You know.
orphanage.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's actually worse for them. Probably. I mean, if I don't know, man, social dynamics are shitty. But go ahead.
Skull.
Like it doesn't have crime, but I wish I did.
Alright, does not have crime.
Nope.
Does anyone have crime?
I have plenty of crime. Not crime. Cunning.
I will use my cunning of one because I want to try and suss it out. I don't see shit. We got some hits. We got some hits here. That's fucking lame. The Pinecone brothers.
I hear they're nuts. Oh, we should remember this place and bring get Miss Mabel to have come with the triplet with the three little ones. If there's more. Yeah, I guess I'll explain to them like where we're from. We're from an orphanage of the white owl, and like Miss Mabel, like is an orphan person, and she has a few of the skulls in the orphanage as well. And who actually bullied you? Cam, do you know who Ravi is, or have you heard of him?
I'm sure we can get somebody from the embassy to file a complaint about this, as they are a diplomatic representative. Can I put this post in anonymously?
My auntie says you never mess with a goblin, because when you mess with a goblin, when it makes it back to the pot, every goblin hates you forever.
A pot?
Murray shrugs and says, they come out of pots. That's what my auntie says.
What do you call it? If it's not a pot, what do you call it? Okay. Come at the bats. You hear that? Get it right. Don't be insensitive. Anyhow, this is a good diversion.
Oh, I don't think that's happening now. Yeah.
I mean, that sounds pretty
Sure.
cool.
I would love to.
goblin kind. That is fucking that is awesome and terrifying. I love the historically material effects that previous characters have had on the world. It's very nice seeing that ripple forward in the types of character interactions we can have. Because if that didn't happen many moons ago, where we chose a diplomatic solution with the goblins versus a antagonistic relationship, this interaction could not be possible. History. these gifts are real good tonight.
Oh, that's so good. It's basically what it was like. That's the main reason you don't fuck with Kite. He will just send fish at you.
Trout will straight up fuck you up.
Yeah, I hear the goblins have great alchemy and stuff as well.
Oh, awesome.
This goblin is not a child, Rex. They don't have children, but it is about the size of us. Gotcha.
Well, if you ever want to come by our orphanage, and visit, we'll be happy to show you around. And our, yeah,
We should explain what happened with the mushrooms. So that was an amazing experience. They might have enjoyed that.
yeah.
We should bring him to the moss.
Oh, yes.
Goblins would
Yeah.
love the moss.
Yeah. Yeah, you should come by, and we've got moss, and we've got a story to tell about mushrooms that I promise I'm not making this up. Makes you able to see the future. Um, um, but and if those kids give you any problems, you know, let us know. You've you know, we've got a bunch of orphans. You know, just saying, a lot of orphans can do a lot of good.
We, you know what? Thank you so much for the invitation. Um, it looks like you've got a lot of work to get up to here. Really awesome experiments. I can totally tell based on the, I look around like I'm pointing at that miasma that's coming out of this room. But me and my fellow students are going to get back to our studies. Thank you so much, and it was nice meeting you. I hope you file that complaint to the dean, and that you don't get any more trouble. I slowly back away from the worst smelling room I've ever smelled.
Can I have Ness look what take get a little quick guided tour first? Because Ness has probably the composure to withstand this.
I'm gonna guess your eyes are going to be watering the moment you get inside that room.
All right. Um, how much composure damage for a quick tour of like what everything is? And if I like move him along rather than to let him continue to just um fixate on one subject. Oh no, that's just going in, but I just want to hurry that up because um Ness wants a tour, basically. All right.
Jesus, the moment you walk in, you get a point.
Yeah. Else will go too and take his composure damage.
Disgusting.
Sure.
Bro, you're making shivers go up my spine. This is fucking awful.
Amazing.
I've got plenty of composure to spare for this.
Yeah.
All right, that's really cool. Ness will take a seat.
Yeah.
Is it warm? Form fitted.
And is this something that you can, I don't know how this works. Is this something you can make like lots of?
Can it move while it's a chair?
Um, I would like one of these. This is great. I'd like one of these.
Yeah. And if it's only when you can't pay it that you take the vomiting tax, right?
If you run out of
Yeah, I would have puked at goat 3, so I didn't go.
Well, I had one more so I can see the alchemist table, then I'm going to be not doing well. I'm guessing
See, ordinarily that would make me have questions, but this is a magic school. That just seems normal.
You were sitting in a chair on the ceiling, so
And this somehow is still weirder.
or there's somebody like duct tape to the ceiling in a lawn chair. Hmm. Mysteries. It's a very nice alchemy table. Cool.
Yeah. You're going to have to teach me teach me one of those like goat um chair things. That's great. I do not have a goat. I now want a goat.
you would go insane. Oh god. I'll grab the nearest thing out because I'm guessing the next tax is coming, and I'm going to try grab the bucket-looking thing and run out of the room. Not the first time that LRS has gotten sick.
Well, I was actually going to leave about that, but now I really do want to see how the goats are milked. I could still
It sounds like the way that he milks the bat goat thing is indescribable.
All I can remember was Kite's goat. Oh God.
All right. Well, thank you for the tour. It's been great. You've given me a lot to think about as a student.
Oh God, why'd I eat that for breakfast?
I imagine that this stench has like clung to Nest's clothes.
That's fucking gross.
So, do we have more learning to do? Oh,
I mean, I feel like I've learned a lot.
Yeah, Zara and Francis are gonna head there and do that.
Yeah. Um, Nest probably will as well.
yeah, I want to train.
I cannot cast, so what do I do? It's like a lab, a small lab. Yeah, dojo lab. Hmm.
Is there like an object that we could use to like practice it blinking through things? Yeah.
Training sword just for hitting. It's like a foam sword kind of deal, right? Like soft. It's like yeah. So if I have an arcane of 1, what can I do here? Even if I can't cast a spell, what can I attempt to do? Okay. Okay.
Just double check. Do you need to have that feat to be able to cast spells, or can you improvise? Try to improvise the your spell in your spell book.
Oh, in that case,
And would keen sense arcane energies help with that? Should really write down some notes about my character's costumes. Sure, Matthias' costume would help here. What are a couple? What are a couple good keywords for Matthias? Just so I can, because I keep on forgetting what the characters were.
Underhand. Out for himself.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the stealth shouldn't be undershadowed.
It really shouldn't be called shoplifting at that point. It truly should be called heisting at that point if it's a gold sarcophagus. I'm just saying the scope of the theft is outside of what I would consider shoplift.
But it's practically a magic trick. So it was just, can I go?
It's
Yeah,
heist.
I relinquish my piece of the sarcophagus. You turn around, Matthias is gone.
So, if I were to do this, I would roll my potential, then spend my potential as well potentially. Okay, and I don't think I have any way of giving myself advantage currently.
Cool. Yeah. Well, Zara and Francis were practicing because I had spent the points for them to get that talent, so they're like able to do the casting, I believe. I just wanted, basically, I figured they're just testing the limits of it and kind of learning about things, beyond just like, oh yeah, that's a light, or I can blink. So like for Francis, like he has blink, so he's testing like what's the range here, like how far can I blink? Uh, and what would I be? What? Okay. Would that be so? Francis didn't take arcane potential. He has the death one. Okay, cool. Sweet. Uh, and then is it just the potential? No other modifier?
That's a 10, baby.
Awesome. Cool.
Well, that looks easy, and Arrow Ross is going to try it and fail miserably. Yep, I did take the tax.
Did Francis kind of so he was trying to test distance. So is it basically just line of sight?
I mean, it could be used to get you out of a jam as long as you can see out, which is very nice. So in case you get into a real bind where you can't see out, you can still get out.
Cool. And then I guess Zara, I'll roll for her casting. Zara took light, but looks like she didn't succeed. Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
She seems relatively happy about this. She's been meeting lots of interesting people.
That also is from Salibrae, so probably knows the way.
All right, I shake his hand. Mari goes, ooh. And then she pulls out her flute. Says, I have a flute. I poorly play the flute. I just bought it today. Is he a sonomancer or a bard? Okay. I see. And he's a halfling, so he's basically casting sonomancy blind. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he understands a lot of the theory, and because you have an innate advantage, you should be able to be just fine.
Well, I can try and make the lights brighten. I look at the bard and say, "That's neat. What else can you do?" Sure. Um, I don't know. Give me a second.
The tale as old as time.
Teamsters and fishermen. Yeah. Reggie has no interest in that. Reggie is a staunch libertarian, and he's confused about it, like all staunch libertarians. He's basically a fated. Yeah, his fundamental belief is that if you work your butt off and you earn something, then it's yours, and if someone tries to take it away from you, then they're in the wrong. But if you get charity and the state just comes and gives you stuff, then that's also not fair because you haven't earned it.
Like for Reggie to answer the question, what did you do to earn your life?
Reggie would say that he has gone through a significant amount of turmoil to get to where he is right now.
Yeah, but that's not why you were born. Just that's how happened after, you know? That happened after. That happened after you were born.
Reggie is a child. He has no answer for these complex philosophical questions.
Oh, I'm sorry. Libertarians are funny.
Yeah, surprisingly, Glop is pretty good at that because he has trade of 3.
Yeah, I like meeting goblins. I thought it was
Yeah, the
interesting
goblin
having goblins around.
seems great.
Sleeping.
I feel like I personally lost composure experiencing that scene, so very good.
That's just now very interested in maybe not learning the trade of this goblin, but befriending this goblin.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Some of them, maybe.
You
It
don't
just
want to do
depends.
adventure. You don't want to do adventure in lawyer school.
I was going to say, like, I don't really feel like Adventure the Rights of Property Guild was something that was on my to-do list.
Yeah, I think Thieves Guild is definitely interesting. Naturally, like that's pretty cool. The types of jobs you might be sent to go do during in a guild like that. I don't know what Trumpy is doing over at the Applied Thaumaturgy Guild or Bax at the Crimson Academy. Like, I don't know what sort of adventures would take place in those settings either. Bax fucking loves that shit, so. Burn off all that extra energy, you know?
Yeah, and everyone that went to school got an experience point, right?
Next time.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the character point. I was talking about like the just the. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to end the recording, can I just have some bookkeeping questions?
Okay, so should I remove the
But yeah,
points
we do.
then?
If you've awarded yourself points, then yes, remove them because you'll be granting them at the start of the next session. I'd rather have the opposite problem where I forget to like spend all my points. I have this huge stockpile of like renown I really should have spent a long time ago. Like, that's a little bit better, but
That's when we need an actual like collected. This is the engineer, like a collected API, so that Dave can just push experience onto everybody, and we can't have it until he does it.
that means he has to do all our character sheets, and that's like
Not that he does character sheets. He has write access to all of our character sheets, kind of thing. Like, just the character sheet, like points are granted, and then just says +2 experience to this person, whatever. We all own them, but we grant him write access. Also that.
yeah, there's 3 per person, so it's like yeah,
Yeah, it's purely just
that's like
a
18 character
ceremonial.
sheets you'd have to push experience points onto, and that's like too much. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll see what I can figure out. It should be easy to do with spreadsheets, with the Google Sheets stuff.
Or just schooling in general. Like, how does that function? How do you gain like talents to do to get the prerequisites for potentials to actually do these skills, like these high level skills?
Yeah, Because I still have like confusing times, especially when I was playing with Smooth Talker, Mr. Psychic over there.
We had like it's very different now looking at the talents, and kind of how everything evolves together. But I feel like it wasn't hard to understand the concept of scholastic, liturgic, aesthetic, and that they were different things. But now they blend and lend, and there's a lot more going on.
Indeed. Oh yeah.
I mean, I can go scholastic. Most of I have a long way to go before like. I think she might stay ascetic for a bit. I mean, typically Cenomancy is artificial. It's like ascetic with some artificer stuff for the bigger spells. But I need to do some engineering before I can get there.
Yeah. And I started a thread in the Talus channel to discuss about the Mern bloodline stuff.
Yeah, I'm working on that stuff. I'm
Okay.
in the process of building a lot of things right now. So if you have ideas, though, I can take them on.
I was talking to Justin. We are talking about was it the tangle in the hands to help with crafting? I know what the idea is. I just don't know how to convert it into what like mechanically it looks like.
Yeah.
You automatically get the care with explosives. Explosives on board. You automatically get explosives on board because you can feel.
It probably works just like the Tangle, except that you get a datal proficiency. That's what I would probably do for the top tier run anyway. It's probably a gift, yeah. And for the top tier, it's like a datal potential. That's probably where it should go. The one that you can see, or the one that I'm working on? It is not.
I will not. Oh, go ahead.